Welcome to Life Hacks Beyond Convention with Dee and Sonia.
Most of our classroom, I failed typing.
Well,
I got an F in typing. It wasn't until I went back after I finished school and I learned to type. But anyway, that was, I did not like the typing teacher. What I actually found out, and I didn't know this because I really struggled, because whichever side of how they'd have your book on one side that you had to look at and do the
typing on the other side.
I wanted it on and I didn't know that. I didn't realize that because I was a lefty, I probably just did it different. So anyway, her and I clashed and I failed typing. But what I do remember is that we had all of these old manual typewriters and there were 3 electric typewriters at the back.
Wow.
Yeah, and we would get a chance to use the electric one. Then after I left high school and I went to a TAFE college, which is higher education, like a bit like a community college in America, I'm assuming, and did business. I learnt to type there. So it was a little bit different there. We had all electric computers, typewriters, and the ones at the back, there was 3 or 4 electronic ones. Now the beauty of the electronic was that you didn't have to still stop and have the whiteout or anything, because of course it would have its ribbon of 30 characters or something that were in the memory. So if you made a mistake, you're able to you're able to back up and correct your mistake. So that was the days. I'm actually a touch typist now, so
ditto. And I didn't fail typing, but I might as well have. But I did fail shorthand.
You didn't get an F on your report card?
I failed a whole heap of stuff that year, but
not typing.
You're supposed to go to the lessons if you want to pass. And like you, I couldn't stand the teacher, and she was a typing teacher too. But it was just like, I'm not doing this, so I would just kind of hide somewhere and not go. So
maybe it's because you're a lefty as well and you were struggling.
It would be. It would be, because shorthand's really designed, like everything else, for right-handeds.
Yeah, and they didn't understand how to put it into just a way that we understood, because it's not like we can't learn it and do it. It's just that,
and I guess just before us, like just before my time, I was probably the first group through primary school that was allowed to write left-handed, because
I didn't ever struggle with that, but my pop was left-handed and he always remembers that being a thing at school.
Well, they strapped their left hand behind their back.
And like he died a left-hander.
Yes.
It didn't help.
Doesn't change it. No. It may make you ambidextrous, but that's about all. And thank goodness that's changed.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because what I learned was too that there's some people that are just left-handed and some people that are more left-sided.
Okay.
And I hadn't even realized that there was that differentiation. So I'm relatively left-sided. But a lot of literal left-handers, they just write and they can do everything else right-handed.
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff right. And my father was ambidextrous, but wrote.
Well, and apparently, and kick with their right feet and all of that sort of stuff. And then they don't necessarily default to left foot, yet they're left-handed.
Yeah, I come unstuck with sport when I bother with any of it, like socially. So I never know which way I want to hold the bat.
Yeah, me either. It's so annoying, isn't it?
But also, I iron both-handed.
Yeah, me too.
So that drives some friends nuts, because I'll be sort of.
And why is that? It's because, you learn right-handed, but you're just as easy to do it left-handed. Yeah, exactly.
So,
And
it's interesting because that all came out of culture, but it came out of safety too. That was the whole, you have to do everything with your right hand, is still followed in cultures where they don't have utensils, because you wipe with your left and you eat with your right. So it came out of hygiene, but then that's not needed in modern society, so we can allow people to develop their own way, but it still has to be enforced in other societies where they don't have the luxury of cutlery. Who'd have thought?
I use my mouse in my left hand. I used to always have it set up as a right hand because I'm just as proficient with my right as my left with the mouse. But I was getting this shoulder ache on my right shoulder, and I suddenly realised one time, I wonder whether it's just to do with that I'm more tense with my right hand or something. Swapped over and made my mouse on the left side, and I don't get the shoulder pain anymore.
I think when I had a
And I haven't swapped the sorry, I interrupted you then. I haven't swapped the click. You know how you can go in and change the click? I don't worry about that. I just click. I just move my finger like that and click. I remember I was teaching this community house class, and so it was people that were coming and learning how to use computers, didn't know how to use computers. And I remember this lovely older lady, and she was trying to get the mouse click, and it's like, you got to go double click, like, and you don't even realise how we find that so easy, but that's actually a learnt skill.
Yes.
So she had to go home and practice the click because she just could not, because she'd go click, click.
Oh, she's, yeah, doing it in a very concentrated way, like not. Hit the subscribe button below if you want to follow life hacks beyond convention.